Hello there and welcome to a very odd video. Today, of course, the start of the show will be upgrading R2-KT. I don't know if you would have seen this before, but I just stuck the decals on. Well, they're stickers, not even decals. So they've been peeling away for quite some time. And it's about time that we actually get some proper decals on this astromech and a few other minifigures. We've got faceless Padmes, we've got Padmes that use Luke Skywalker's face. And it seems at this point my mic just cut out. So I guess we're not going to waffle on for a long intro and just get straight to printing the decals. And now that we've got the decals, I'm going to cut them out, but I'm not going to make you sit through the entire process of putting them on. If you do want a behind the scenes into that, there is a video up for all members tier, including the 99p tier, on my recent Moldy Makes Grinch minifigures. So check that out if that is something that interests you. It also helps out the channel, but I am going to be showing you before and afters because some of these minifigures just look horrible. And R2-KT is really the inspiration behind this video because I've even tried to cut little gaps in the sticker at the top so that it overlaps, and it's just not sticking on whatsoever. So this is what R2-KT looks like before the improvements, before we've decaled, and this video is basically just going to be an advertisement for water slide decals. And this is what R2-KT looks like with the water slide decals. It's just so much better. There is no way you can tell me you prefer these stickers. It's definitely an acquired look. But the best thing about R2-KT is because of what I mentioned about the clear decals, I've had to do this on the back of an old R2 torso. So technically, we've got some back printing on R2-KT here. I haven't printed the head the whole way round. I could, to be fair, you could probably get away with printing the same decals. I do have a spare set of decals here that I could probably try to put on the back and probably like cover up the plugs and the main receptor. But R2-KT's bum is not meant to be blue. It is blue. We're not going to be able to see it from display. I'm so happy that it's now molded not only to the first dimension of curves, but also to then that second dimension. It looks so cool. And these stickers will not be thrown away afterwards. I really like how they look on the tweezers here. I have a pink set of tweezers with my 3D printer, and I'll definitely be moving them to them. And it's not only minifigures that we are going to be decaling in this video, because this little command station that I built using the minifigure from the 2022 Advent, I'm sure you're all very well aware that I'm opening the 2022 LEGO Star Wars Advent this year instead of the 2024 one. Whether I'll open next year, I probably will. But as we already reviewed the 2024 one early, I thought we'd take a look at the only recent LEGO Star Wars Advent that I didn't get because I opted for the Guardians one instead. But there are 3 different slopes on here. It's easier to tell with this little side build. And these are meant to be decorated with, well, I actually have the decals right here. They're actually meant to be decorated with that little print. So what I've done is I've actually printed off 6 of them. I printed off double R2-KT decals just in case something went wrong. So I've got the full strip of decal paper or use out of it. So perhaps I can use these in a few other mocks. But I'm going to decal the 3 slopes here as I do have this built for my Advent videos, and hopefully at least on the left you'll be able to tell the difference. Like I said, it's definitely going to be easier to tell this one. You can see the difference. Now, I'm definitely going to need to invest in some white-backed decal paper because it's a lot darker than it should be. I mean, it's black and green, but the green is a bit darker than it should be. I do have another 3 decals, so perhaps these will be better placed on some white slopes if I do need them in mocks. You can just see if I have them the right way around. And I did actually have to check the LEGO website for this command station so that I was putting them on the right way round. We've got the giant radar over to the left of the slope. Again, it depends which way the slope's round, but when it's placed in system, the radar's on the left. But the green should be a little brighter. Perhaps there are ways of trying to balance this out, and I could experiment with them in the future, but I have also upgraded the slopes on the actual command station itself, which thanks to the minifigure being in there, you can't really see. You can just see they're a bit darker than the grey slopes were originally. So it's nice to have them a little more accurate. I might revisit these in the future, but these aren't the worst decals of the video. I already mentioned this figure. I think I mentioned pretty much most of these at the start of the video. Whether it was while I was muted or not, I have no recollection. But Luke has had his head stolen for one of my custom crate minifigures, and the sticker is peeling off on this left-hand side. The right side's actually held on by the hair, but this does have a face underneath the sticker. So what I'm going to do is flip it around and decal the back of the head, because I didn't order white backed decals, so they are clear and you would be able to see the face underneath. I mean, I could probably line it up to the face, but I think the decals just going to have a flatter, smoother finish to it, and hopefully will look even better on display, because I do have every single Luke Skywalker costume in Lego minifigure form. And it's not to say the decal is bad, but Luke looks like he's got a tan. This is what I meant when I said with the clone decals that they weren't the worst of the video. I should have definitely accounted for the fact these will be going on tan and grey Lego pieces, but I definitely like the fact that it's curved around to the face. And like I said, I'll be getting Luke's head at some point. I just don't fancy spending like £5 on delivery on Bricklink just for one Luke Skywalker head. And the same is also true for these Count Dooku's. Now the torsos are using those older style stickers, but I think they're okay. And I also remember how hard it was to pull off these old paper stickers when I was trying to remove some of my old Lego stickers so I can use the pieces in future mocks. I don't want to do it to these torsos. These are official Lego pieces here, except for Count Dooku's hair, which I had custom printed. But again, same story with the face as with Luke Skywalker. So I will be upgrading both of these to decals. And again, we've got a blank side to the face, so it should be pretty easy. So bringing in our Dooku's, and I think as well as an extra Dooku, I need to revisit the Shadow Troopers, perhaps make an updated one, just print a black Stormtrooper basically, and also have another window. Perhaps I can try and decal an even sandier torso than the one that comes on the UCS gunship. But Dooku's got two very tan and rounded faces as well. And I've actually kept the original stickers on the back. You can just see the chin of the sticker sticking out. So it's nice that I've been able to keep all these stickers. Same for Luke Skywalker, and again, same for R2-KT with the stickers going on my tweezers. Now, I didn't originally want to add the decals. I want my minifigure collection for these name figures, like Luke, like Padme, to be as official as possible. So I'll probably end up replacing these in the future with official Lego elements. But just for now, that faceless Padme is so creepy on my display. And also, you can see what I mean about the Luke Skywalker head in the Handmaiden Padme outfit, which I really like these outfits. Again, we've got some decals on the torso here. This one's just too expensive, and this back one doesn't actually exist in Lego form yet. Hopefully we get that minifigure soon, especially with the prequels getting a bit more love in Lego sets as of recent. It'd be really nice to get some Attack of the Clones sets soon. But for now, I'm gonna turn around. I think Luke's head is just, yep, the one-sided one. So it must be from an old Luke Skywalker, like a really old Luke Skywalker minifigure, and then add a decal to Padme's Geonosis face as well. I'll probably use the faces for, I think it's this face that I've got printed off, but I do have both the double sides of it because there's an angry expression. Actually, I think it's this Padme that I've got the face of. This might be the Natalie Portman face from the Lady Jane or the Mighty Thor minifigures over from Marvel. So I think it's this one. It's got an angry expression on the other side, and I might save those for a future Padme minifigure. However, this is not true for Padme, because Padme didn't have a face to begin with. A lot less creepy, still a little bit tanned. So I'm definitely considering my options. I got a comment asking if it'd be easy, I guess, to do the eyes and the mouth, because it would be cleaner, and it would definitely be a lot cleaner. But alternatively, what I could do is because that would be quite fiddly. What I perhaps should have done is removed the background, sort of color corrected it to get rid of that background. And that is something that I can do quite easily. So I might have to do that for a future video and see if that goes any better. But Padme's now got all faces. It's less creepy than, it's just a little tan, really. It's nowhere near as creepy as the missing face. So at least I won't be creeped out for it anymore. I've just noticed there is another Luke Skywalker that needs a decaled face as well. This sticker's been cut down a bit more, so it isn't as much of a problem. But again, the decal's just going to be so much smoother and will fit in more with my other minifigures. Not to mention, I'll hopefully have a closer skin color shade rather than the sticker standing out a bit on the minifigure. Now, Luke Skywalker. This one, again, is nice and curved, a little tanned. But this is really, really creepy because if I can remove the hairpiece without you know what? I'm not going to remove the hairpiece because the decal hasn't dried for a full 24 hours. So I don't want to risk it. But you can see a mouth on the side, a mouth on the side, and you can't really see, you can't see it at all, the sticker underneath. But I'm really happy I finally have a blue milk that doesn't have a face peeling off, a little tan. This one's worked out the best, I do have to say. So perhaps this was a lighter image. And last but not least, we have this Rebel Trooper here, which I think this is the biggest difference between the face and the actual head color. So the decals are going to be closer because as they're not white backed as well, they're just going to be slightly transparent as far as the skin tone is concerned. So that will help it bleed in to the actual tone of the head. And likewise with the stickers, when the hat goes on, they do square up. The hat sort of keeps it in, but it's just going to look even better. And at some point I will pick up the official head. I don't think I own it yet. There's a few very similar head pieces. At some point I will own the official Lego version, but whilst I don't have them, I might as well at least upgrade the stickers to decals. What I was trying to show you with the last minifigure is this creepy four-headed situation. This is even weirder because the head doesn't line up. At least with the last minifigure, they're all Luke Skywalker heads. We've got this what's it of a face on the front here. Then we have this, I don't know what head this is actually. I'm trying to think if it's like the Freemaker kid from an old advent. It might be, or it might just be a head that I've picked up off Bricklink. And then the sticker on the back, which is curved. That's only because the helmet is curving it off at the corner. So I'm happy I've got the decals for these minifigures. In fact, let me bring them all out so we can take a look at everything that I've updated for this video, because it's been an odd video, a very different video indeed. And I don't plan to make a lot of these, but I thought because there were so many changes going on in the one video that I probably best make a video on it just to keep you all in the know. I really like the QT bin on the tweezers, or the R2-KT, and this is nothing against Lego for putting QT-KT in the anniversary set. I definitely like the brighter colors, and I'm sure people would have complained if we got this as an anniversary minifigure. But let me know what you think about the upgrades in this video. Let me know if you yourself have done anything with custom decals. I'd be interested to hear your stories in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and may the bricks be with you always.